Two developers on the same team, same cursor seat, same $150 budget. By the end of the month, one has run about 60 agent tasks. The other has run more than 400. Same work, same quality bar. The difference isn't skill, it's which model they picked and when. So let's start with how Cursor actually charges you. Your seat has two separate pools. The first is Cursor models, that's Composer 2.5 and Grok 4.5, Cursor's own models with generous included usage. The second is other models, Claude, GPT, Gemini, billed at each model's own API rate. Now, inside any request, you're metered 4 different ways: input tokens, cache writes, cache reads, and output. And here's what most people miss. Those 4 are nowhere near the same price. Output is where the money goes. It's typically 5 to 8 times the input rate. One more thing on a Teams seat. Third-party models carry an extra 25 cents per million, the Cursor token rate. Cursor's own models are exempt from it. Let's put real numbers on that. Per million output tokens, Composer 2.5 costs $2.50. GPT 5.2, $14. Claude Sonnet 5, $15. Claude Opus 5, $25. 10 times Composer for the same million tokens. And then there's Opus 4.7 in fast mode, $150 per million. That's 60 times Composer, and 6 times what standard Opus 4.7 costs. Same model, just served faster. Leave that switched on by accident, and it will quietly eat your month. Now the good news, and this is the lever almost nobody pulls. On Opus 5, fresh input costs $5 a million, but a cache read costs 50 cents, 10 times cheaper. So rereading context you've already sent is nearly free. Starting a brand new chat is what's expensive. Next, reasoning effort. In Cursor, this shows up as separate entries in the model picker. GPT 5 high, GPT 5.2 high, GPT 5.3 Codex high. Claude 4 Sonnet has a thinking variant too. And here's the rule that matters. A high-effort variant does not cost more per token. It costs because it generates more tokens. It thinks for longer, and all of that thinking lands on the output meter, the expensive one. So effort isn't free, but it isn't a different price list either. Which brings us to plan mode. Plan mode researches your codebase, asks you clarifying questions, and produces a reviewable plan before a single line gets written. Notice the shape of that work. Planning produces a little text. Execution produces a lot. 2 very different jobs. So, price them separately. Take one medium agent task. Run the whole thing on Opus 5, and it costs you around $2.50. Call it 60 tasks in your 150. Run the whole thing on Composer 2.5, and you'd get more than 400. But you don't want to give up Opus's judgment. So split the job. Plan with Opus 5. Read the plan. Approve it. Then hand execution to Composer 2.5. That's about 85 cents a task. Around 175 tasks a month, roughly 3 times the output of going all Opus, and you kept the thinking exactly where it mattered. As for which model when, call Opus 5 for architecture decisions, cross-cutting refactors, a bug that's already beaten a cheaper model, or a security review. Reach for GPT 5.2 or 5.3 Codex for long, structured coding and test suites. And never spend Opus on bulk edits or fixing imports. Which leaves 5 habits worth building. 1. Start in plan mode with the smart model. Approve the plan, then switch down before you execute. 2. Stay in one session. Cache reads are 10 times cheaper than fresh input, so one long conversation genuinely costs less than 5 short ones. 3. Use auto cost as your floor. It's a flat 125 in, 6 out, whatever model it routes to, and it's exempt from the team's token rate. 4. Match effort to the task. Reach for a high variant when the problem is genuinely hard, not by default. And 5. Check your usage dashboard weekly, not on the 30th. And while you're there, make sure fast mode isn't quietly switched on. That's the whole idea. Buy judgment where it's scarce, buy typing where it's cheap, and let the cash carry the rest. Plan big, execute cheap. Thanks for watching.